Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining CSSFO chapter meet for the month of November. My name is Satish. I'm chapter lead for CSSFO. Uh, Today, I'm very excited to have this session. Previously, during the last session, we had Arno, who was a high schooler, to walk us through his roadmap and his preparation for cybersecurity. Similarly, today we have Likhith, who is an engineering student, who has a clear roadmap that he wants to become a cybersecurity professional. So today's session he will provide us insight on what is his roadmap for getting into cybersecurity. With that, after later this, once he completes the session, I will just provide my suggestion based on my 20 plus years of experience. Uh, the direction he has taken is it right, or if it needs any improvement. I also will cover how it looks like to be in cybersecurity. So, what are the various roles, and being a cybersecurity professional, what are the things you do? So, by end of this session, you will have a clear understanding of if you are a person who want to get into cybersecurity. So this will give you end-to-end understanding and preparing yourself and make a informed decision getting into cybersecurity profession. So with that, let me start with Likhith. Thanks for joining us. Really appreciate you accepted our invitation. But please go ahead and share your roadmap on cybersecurity. All yours.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Satish, for the warm and welcome. Very happy to be here. I would like to introduce myself first. So, hi guys, I am Likhith Suresh, currently pursuing my undergraduate degree in the field of computer science and engineering. So, my hobbies are photography, painting, and playing some games sometimes, but it took a sudden turn after I really got interested into this field. Keeping my personal details aside, I would like to share an incident through which I was guided to take this field as my career. So, as I was really interested into computers from a very small age, I always attended seminars and meetings other time in my free time other than college. In one such meeting, the speaker told me about an incident where there was a major vulnerability which caused great chaos in the commerce industries. He told that they found a loophole which was able to mess up with the pricing, which were able to tamper with the pricing while they were checking out. He showed us that he bought a smartwatch which was around 2,500 to 3,000 rupees. He bought it for just 1 rupee. So this guided me, and this told me that it was a very interesting field. And in a parallel incident, just little a year ago, I found myself a target of a phishing attack. I received an innocuous-looking email, seemingly from a reputable source, urging me to verify my credentials. At that panic moment, I clicked the link and entered all my credentials. Little did I know that the seemingly looking email would set off a chain of events that would reshape my understanding of the digital world we live in. So within hours, I discovered unauthorized access to all my personal accounts. All my sensitive information was out, and it was like a wake up call for me. It was just a stark reminder that our interconnected lives are vulnerable to threats that can strike at any moment. As I calculated the aftermath of this cyber incident, I realized that my passion for technology needed to be coupled with deep understanding of cybersecurity. So this led me, and this made my commitment fully into the field of cybersecurity, so that I also can be a part of the realm of protecting digital spaces, not just for my own sake, for the countless individuals who are also a part of this similar field. So I've also begun preparing for courses like CH in advance, ensuring that I'm well prepared to secure employment right after my completing my education. So after this, let's get into the agenda of this meeting. So I would be guiding everyone about my path towards cybersecurity by letting you know why I chose cybersecurity as my career, what are the skills and knowledges which what I learned throughout my career, and many more important things. So let me walk you through. So why I chose cybersecurity as my career is because of the digital dependence. The modern society heavily relies on digital technologies for communication, commerce, and essential services. So cybersecurity is a great part of it. There, the increasing frequency of cyber threats pose substantial risks to individuals and organizations, through which can be prevented through cybersecurity. The data which is exposed to the world needs to be always protected. So is crucial for safeguarding sensitive information. And also, cybersecurity measures are vital to maintain the continuity of any operations, especially for businesses and critical infrastructure like finance.
Yeah, can see that.
I always started with things like penetration testing, which is a very familiar and which is always in trend. So the penetration testing, I use tools like Worksup Pen Tester, Wireshark, and NetSparker. I also always attended security assessments like Capture the Flag in HackerOne, and also attended many bug bounties, which gave me a boost in my career or my path. The main thing which led me always interested in this field is continuous learning. I always kept updated in learning about all the latest cybersecurity threats, tools, and best practices. The professional development is I was always engaged in continuous learning through attending multiple courses, multiple certifications, and participation in the cyber community. I'll be talking about how I grow my knowledge through networking, industry connect, and specializations. So, through industry connections, networking allows you to build relationships with many professionals in the cybersecurity industry. I always thought of posting blogs in many platforms so that people can guide me, and that helped me a lot. It provides opportunities for mentorship, advice, and collaboration with experienced individuals. So, I always thought building these relationships with all the professionals in the industry would increase my visibility in the industry, making it more likely for job opportunities to come in my way. There would be also knowledge exchange when I interact with my peers and experts in the field, which enables the exchange of knowledge. I also building this network provides a system where you can seek guidance and stay motivated in your cybersecurity journey. So I would be talking about the primary sources of my preparation. So the primary sources were like online platforms like Stack Overflow, which help me in solving all my queries, engage in discussions and ask questions throughout, and learn from the community's expertise. I also learned many things through one more platform called Reddit, a subreddit for network security discussions. Which helped me throughout the journey. I also learned many things through YouTube channels and also participating in many uh, security assessments. As I was fond of this, as I was fond of this field, so I always attended networking and conferences. The main thing which I attended was a RSA conference, and
Hmm.
one more called as Black Hat, a leading security conference with training and briefings on various cyber security topics.
Awesome.
The main things which I always found helpful was OWASP. OWASP is a tool which always provided me with all security security knowledge. So I am also preparing for. I'm thinking to prepare for my master's degree in this field. Okay, so I also like in my free time I try to try to target private invitations in HackerOne, so that through this I can learn about the field more, and I'll be always ready before my education is completed.
Awesome. Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah. So that would be it. Thank you.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much, Lakit. That was uh, really good. You have a very good roadmap. I don't see any suggestions, but I would like to give a couple of them. I really let me help you understand what I understood from your roadmap. So one is the things which you are doing really great are like Industry Connect. That is really good. In fact, maybe because of Industry Connect only you are here. Um, so you have already created your LinkedIn profile, being an engineering student. That speaks a lot. Like you are in the right path. I really appreciate the way you are getting to know about other open source communities like OWASP. So that is really good. So those are the starting points, which I would recommend for any beginners who wants to get into cybersecurity. So you are on the right path, but you can add couple of more things to your whatever you are planning. What I can see is you can get into artificial intelligence, and that is the thing which I'm seeing missing in your roadmap. So add artificial intelligence and try to learn uh, LLMs and then Gen AI uh, models, so that because most of the jobs is going to be in security reviewing these applications. So there are going to be a lot of application built on LLMs, LLM models, usually using artificial intelligence. So that is the area you should be also focusing on. So yeah, that is really really good. Um, so let me share my a thought process how you can do it. So let me share my screen. If you could stop sharing. Are everybody able to see my screen?
Yes,
Likit, you're there?
Satish, your screen.
Oh, awesome. Thank you. Thanks, Rajesh. Thanks for joining, in fact. Okay, so let me, I've just created this mind map. It is easier for me to explain that way. So, in fact, I took the same mind map previously when Arno gave the session. So, I may not be going in deep for all of the things, but today's primary focus would be cybersecurity professional, this area. Although I'll just summarize what I would like to cover. So, in order to prepare for career in cybersecurity, you need to understand what is cybersecurity and what are its benefits. So all these things I covered in detail. So let me skip on to the second part. So the second part is more like what kind of opportunities are available as part of cybersecurity. So these are the various uh, opportunities which are available as part of cybersecurity. Like you can become an application security engineer, cloud security engineer, and system administrator. So these are some of the areas, some of the roles you can play. And then you can also be self-employed using bug bounty and pen testing. You can become an entrepreneur too by developing a security uh, security tool. So these are some of the opportunities which is available. Now you are a student and how you can approach cybersecurity. So I've already covered these things like in the middle school. These are the areas you need to focus on: computer basics and then coding skills. So these two things will go a long way. Also touch base on networking skills, a little bit about hardware and software. So once you get into high school, you focus on these things. These are the following skills which I would recommend you to focus on. Software security skills, try to understand interceptor proxy and some of the security controls. When you get into network security, try to understand what is OSI model, IP addresses, subnetting. So these are the some of the areas you should be focusing when you are in high school. Okay, so since I've covered, I just moved a little bit fast until here. So from here, I'll go a little bit detailed because so this is more related to college. student or engineering student from here, how you can go to the next steps. So you need to be, these are the following skills which is required, like coding skills, software security skills, cloud security skills, and AI skills. So, Likith, in your presentation, I did see the first three. In fact, I didn't see cloud security also. If it is cloud security is not there in a portfolio, try to add as part of your roadmap. So that is going to be the key. So start preparing cloud security and artificial intelligence, because you already have a very good background. I see that you are doing a lot of things. So I would recommend you focus on cloud security. Try to do an AWS certification that will really add value. And also, there are a lot of certification available for artificial intelligence. Try to learn what is the machine learning, large language models, and what is Gen AI. So these things are very important because there are a lot of jobs, security related jobs in AI too. So these are the skills you can focus on. Then, yeah, pursue computer science all your subjects. Then, yeah, join OWASP, CSA, ISC2. You already part of OWASP, I think you already mentioned, and you are also part of CSA. So that's really good. I would also recommend you to do even ISC2, join ISC2, and then it is really good if you do CISSP certification. So this will take you a long way because CISSP is a little bit hard to crack, and then most of the many companies need CISP as the certification. You are focusing on bug bounty. That is really great, which I wanted to suggest you, but you are already doing. And then internships. Yeah, try to have um, internships are really good. Try to get some kind of internship in some of the companies. That way, you will get an hands-on experience. You already have a social media presence. That looks like so LinkedIn, write blogs, and then write white papers. So this will be very useful. Even if you want to pursue your career abroad, you need to write a lot of papers to, and these are some of the areas like CSA. Also, you can publish a lot of white papers. Apart from that, IEEE is very well recognized. So you can publish papers over there. So once you do all these things, you will get a very good recognition, and then you can. It will be very useful if you have plans to move to abroad or have plans to study there. Um, and then write a lot of journals. This is the right time to build your profile. And some of the certifications which I would like to suggest are, yeah, I already mentioned CISP, do CEH, CSM, OSCP. OSCP is a very hard to crack. It's again, it's like more of a hands-on. You need to break a couple of systems within some 24 hours time. Do CCSK, AWS. These are some of the certifications you can plan when you are in a college. So these are the plans, but yeah, definitely it'll take some time for you to uh, complete them. Then once you are in masters, try to focus, improvise on whatever the skills, right? So stepwise, you might have to build the skills. So right in the middle school, you need all these skills, but in the middle school, you will be at level 1. So when you come to high school, go a little advanced, and again college, go a little advanced. So that way, you would have planned your cybersecurity career very well, and then by the time you um, you complete your graduate school, you will be completely ready, at least with the concepts, and you'll be ready. I mean, any a company interviewing you will be able to will be able to see that. Okay, now, so these are some of the suggestions which you can take. Apart from that, let me give you a perspective of or uh, a big picture of how it looks like being in a cybersecurity as a cybersecurity profession. So, if you are a cybersecurity profession, once you join. any uh, cybersecurity profession. So these are
Yeah.
the you might be working in some of these areas. So you could be part of perimeter security. So under perimeter security, you might have to be protecting your company from DDoS and DNS, uh, firewall, web firewall, IDS, IPS, email security, data loss prevention. You'll be working in these areas. So this will give a basic picture, right? How to prepare. So that is the reason I have put this across. So you might be working in perimeter security area. Let me cover the high level ones first. So next is you could be working in network security area, or you could be hired in endpoint security area. Application security is another area. GRC, governance, risk and compliance, data security, cloud security, and security operations, and AI/ML security. So these are the various areas where when you give an interview and you join a company, you'll be placed in one of these areas. So this I'm generalizing it so that even others will have an understanding what exactly it looks like when they become a cybersecurity professional. So under perimeter security, I already covered what all you need to be doing. Under network security, it is more of wireless. You need to protect the Wi-Fi's, and then you need to be working on network access controls, and then CASB. Maybe I'll cover those things later, and then secure remote access. These are some of the areas you'll be working. Endpoint security, yeah, you will be antivirus and then malware. You could be installing them to the developers or the people who or some of the customers too. When you if you get into application security, these are the areas you'll be focusing on. There is something called SAST, which is static application security testing. So where you'll be testing the source code using some kind of tool, which could provide you a list of vulnerabilities. You'll try to fix those vulnerabilities. So basically, I'm from application security background, so I can cover more in this area compared to other areas. So then DAST, which is dynamic application security testing, very similar to pen testing. I wouldn't say pen testing. It is just running a scanning tool on some of the products of your company, and then once you have the results, you'll try to understand how to fix them, and then you might have to help the developers to fix them too. So these are the scans, some of this analysis which you will be doing for each product. So a company provides you some product to or an in-house product to be tested, and you perform secure application security testing, dynamic application security testing, and OSVM. There are multiple tools in each areas which you will be running them. So once you run all these tools against your product, you will have a lot of vulnerabilities. Your next step is to take those vulnerabilities and then try to remove the false positives, and then start communicating with your development team, and then help them understand what is the issue and how to fix it. So these are some of the activities you'll be doing in this area. And of course, you'll be performing threat modeling. So any new applications which they want to build, so you need to perform threat modeling, design review, and then provide them suggestions if all the security controls are in place or not. Next could be you could land up in as a next you could land up as a next you could land up as a into governance, risk and compliance team too. So in case you land up into a governance team, risk management and compliance team, so this team is very important team basically. So any product which you review, right, there are times when you will get few risks which needs to be accepted, or which needs a compliance. and the company needs to be audited. So all these things are part of this team. So governance, risk, and compliance team will take care of all things. I think now you will know. You can you are getting some idea of where you need to be looking into. So that is the reason I am explaining how it looks like once you are a cybersecurity professional. What all things or what are the areas you will be in. And next is data security. So data security will be focusing more on the data, how the data you will be protecting at rest and in motion. So basically, you might have to understand the encryption, cryptography, all those things, and um, similar technologies to protect your data. Let's move on to cloud security. In cloud security, once it comes to cloud security, so there are a couple of things. One is the infrastructure side, where you might have to infrastructure more into networking. You might have to check uh, the network designs, all those things. That could be one part. Second part is like if there is a product as part of a product which needs to be reviewed in cloud. So then you'll use some tools like Prisma Cloud, and there are multiple tools which helps you in managing the cloud posture. So this would help. So in this area, you will be working on clouds like AWS, GCP, and GCP, Azure. These are the most common ones. There are a lot of other cloud environments too, which you might be which you might be in. So yeah, for this cloud security, you should have some kind of certifications like AWS certification. There are multiple certifications available. So you might have to start thinking in that direction too. And in cloud security, there is workload protection. I mean, whatever the virtual machines you'll be providing, that needs to be protected. And then key management is huge on cloud security, because most of the applications or the products should have proper secret keys maintenance. So that is taken care using key management. So you should have a good understanding of AWS, GCP, and Azure to get into this area. Next, moving on to security operation. This is another area as part of cybersecurity where you will be more into operation side. You could be more into investigation and forensics. If some incidents happen, you might be looking into it, or you will be part of monitoring, logging and monitoring reporting team, where you need to monitor any threats and threat management. This is again a huge field where you will you will need to you would need to understand what is the threats happening around, and then based on that you should be able to um, uh, protect or come up with a list of tools which could protect your company. And of course AI ML security, it's on a large scale now. A lot of companies. So primarily, what I would say, it could be divided into three areas. The products which we are getting are like one in the area of large language models, which could be large language models which are used in multiple products. So you might have to review them. Second thing is, let me give an example of Outlook. Outlook can have a plugin which is AI based. Now it comes to you, so any company has to review the plugin before being added to the Outlook, because Outlook will have all mostly confidential information, all the discussions from leadership team, and critical conversations are there. So it is important to ensure the AI tool, or the Gen AI tool, or whatever the plugin which you are using should be safe. So this is the critical area which a lot of people spend most of the time in reviewing. So a lot of people are needed in this area. So that is one area. Apart from that, there could be there could be your company using some kind of LLM. So you should help them develop using LLM with the best security practices. So that is another area which is there as part of AI/ML security. So these are the uh, uh, areas which I wanted to cover. There are a lot more, but these are some of the main areas which I covered. So now I think you have an understanding uh, of how it looks like if you get into cybersecurity. So these are the areas we'll be working on. With that, I think you will have an end-to-end understanding how to prepare for this career. I know you have already put together a lot of stuffs, but if you are getting into any of these areas or interested in any of these areas, I think this will give an overview or the big picture how you can get there. I hope that was insightful for you. With that, let me conclude. So, conclude with this few sentences. So, if you have passion for technology, a strong ethical compass, and willingness to adapt to a constantly changing landscape, a career in cybersecurity is both rewarding and fulfilling. So, um, with that I stop myself and I ask if there is any questions in the audience. Anybody who have any questions? Please share. Or if you have any feedback to Likhith, who is a college student who wants to pursue his cybersecurity career, any advice for him?
I think Satish, what you have explained, it is really insightful and very much meaningful. Whoever is trying to build a career into cybersecurity, I think these are the steps that can be taken and built upon it and to reach the career goal. For Likit, I think what you told is very much suitable. I mean, what is in his profile, it is good, and maybe as you said, the coding skills are required in terms of if some person is interested in application security, then some level of coding skills are required because that is something you need to understand what is happening when we send a request and when we get a response. That is very much important to understand. And apart from that, network, if someone wants to join the cloud security
Mhm,
area.
mhm.
So other than that, I think all are good. And I mean, if you can bit explain about the cloud security part, because cloud security is a vast area,
Yeah,
and
yes.
like how someone can just get the entrance or entry, or
Mhm.
what should be the areas some person should focus to enter into this ocean, I would say, for
Okay.
cloud security.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, definitely, I'll add some points to that. I just kept it high level because there's a lot. I mean, cloud security is like too
Right,
much.
right.
So let me help. Okay, let me add more details to cloud security. So the best way to start with cloud security is there are three kinds of major clouds: AWS, and it could be Azure, or it could be GCP. So try to gain certification in any one of them. So once you have the certification, you have an understanding of multiple things. In fact, um, we had a hands-on session on AWS security, how to build a small network, secure network, and then set up a web server on that and host a web page. So that was a very good session. I think I can drop uh, drop the YouTube video, drop the YouTube video. So you should start from there. So how to create a small website on AWS securely. So that includes network segmentation and segregation. So how the network has to be designed, how your VPC should be, what all the configuration it should have. So these are some of the areas. So that those are the basics. So once you build a small application on AWS, then you will have a very good understanding of how uh, how the things are interconnected. So there are a lot of areas in AWS. So once you get an understanding of one such cloud environment, next step is to move on to the other two. So it is important to have these three clouds covered, because most of them, in fact, my company uses all three together. So there are, so it's important to understand all three. So once you have this understanding of cloud, now let's come to the security part of it. Now, what kind of things you might have to do in cybersecurity? So one role could be like there is a product which is on cloud, a small application or a website which is built on cloud from your, it could be internal application or external application which is there in AWS. Now, what you have to do is you need to secure that, secure your product which your company has developed. So imagine it has got some multiple servers, in the sense virtual machines will be there. Now, how do we ensure what all you need to ensure? So you can divide it into 10 parts. One is authentication, authorization, um, and session management, or it could be, so these are some of the areas which I'm talking you need to focus on. So, so what all you need to do in these areas? And there are times when the containers are used. So, how do you secure them? There could be a lot of open source vulnerabilities. How do you do that? So, there are multiple tools like Prisma. Prisma Cloud is um, one of the tool which could help you in maintaining the cloud security posture management. So, once you plug in Prisma Cloud to these tools, these not tools, these applications or the virtual machines, it will give you a feedback of, so whenever if somebody is setting up something, if there is any open source related um, vulnerabilities, you will get to know. So Prisma Cloud provides a dashboard where it will clearly tell, okay, this particular virtual machine has got an issue. Or if the configuration, so configurations are a huge areas. So whenever you set up, right, um, a shop on the cloud, not many people will adhere to good security network related practices. So all these things can be, you can see it in Prisma Cloud. So once you connect Prisma Cloud to that, it will provide you if there is any configuration issues. For example, you might have opened up port 22, which is kind of SSH port which should not be opened. So only HTTP, HTTPS needs to be opened for the website. There is no need for other ports to be open. So if the other ports are open, it's definitely a risk, because hackers can get into any of these ports. So how do you know all those things? Yeah, connected to Prisma Cloud or any similar cloud security posture management tool can help you in providing the alert that, okay, these ports are open, it needs to be closed. Or if there is any additional accesses, additional, in the sense admin related accesses, or any privilege escalation uh, issues, all these things could be detected as part of the Prisma Cloud. So these are the areas, some of the basic areas which I try to cover, which are there as part of once you get into cloud security professional. Apart from that, there are a lot of networking things involved. But yeah, this is pretty much is what I think.
Cool. Thanks, Satish. Thanks.
Okay, cool. Any questions, anybody? Okay, awesome. Thanks for joining. I think it was great having everybody. And thanks, Likhith, for sharing your roadmap. I think this particular session will be very useful for college students or anybody who wants to get into cybersecurity. They will get an end-to-end understanding of what could be the roadmap, and also big picture on where they get to land. So that way, having these information, they can make an informed decision on their career, and a proper roadmap they can follow. Thanks everybody for joining. Awesome. Thank you. So with that, I'll close. See you for the next CSA chat.